Yo, what's going on, guys? And we're hearing from Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic that the Oklahoma City Thunder are interested in Patrick Williams. And let's be honest, that is a perfect fit, in my opinion. I want to hear your thoughts before we start today's video. What do you guys think of the idea of Patrick Williams playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder? So when the Chicago Bulls and Patrick Williams negotiated an extension this past offseason, the team offered a contract above $16 million annually, and he declined it. Supposedly, he wanted the max. Williams will be a restricted free agent this offseason. He's coming off a season which he was limited at 43 games due to a foot injury. Sources told Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic that the Oklahoma City Thunder have an interest in acquiring Patrick Williams. While the Thunder have enough cap space to sign Williams outright, the Bulls could match a restricted free agency offer sheet. Now, what they could do instead is a sign and trade negotiation with the depth of future draft picks and any contract they would want, because they only have to theoretically take on Williams in a sign and trade at a minimal cost because they have the cap space. It makes sense for them to go out there and get him as a player. Now, what are you getting with a guy like Patrick Williams at this point in his career? He's a guy that over this few seasons, 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.5 assists, 44% from the field is what he averages this year, but he's been the same guy arguably since college. Very efficient, 47% from the field, 41% from three, scorer who averages just under 10 points a game, grabs a few rebounds, is like an all defensive level defender, all defense team level defender. And the thing is he's not going to do too much, but he's not going to do too little. He's a very high, an efficient player on a low volume. He was a guy that coming out of the draft, people said he was in that Kawhi Leonard mold, huge hands, long arms, thick legs, which he's all used very well in the defensive end at 6'8", 225 pounds with a 7-foot plus wingspan. And he's really good at jumping the passing lanes, picking ball handlers' pockets, and protecting the paint, being a guy who could arguably guard 1 through 4. Now, he's progressed offensively, but besides throwing down, dunks, the occasional mid-range jumper, he's usually just a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter who's not going to be creating much for himself or for his teammates. But he's the perfect player, like fifth starter on a team like OKC. Let's say if Josh Giddey did move on, that was a guy that you did move on from, then it would make tons of sense for this team to go out and get themselves a guy like I personally think a guy like like Patrick Williams, because he would be able to be like an impact player from the first day on this roster. And I think that's just somebody that they would personally benefit from. So I don't know. I know some people are going to tell me, they shouldn't do that, or they should because of this or because of that. I think, again, it's all subjective, and it's something that it comes down to who you think is going to be, what player is going to be most impactful for a team like Oklahoma City.